Okay, so everyone, I just saw a nice story I want to share with you to help understand what we learned a moment ago about acting in the way of pshitas and tamimas, and that gives the biggest nachas ruach to HaShem. So there's a ma'aseh that took place in the time of the Arizal, that there was a rav that was giving a shir in a shul, and there was people that came to listen to the shir, and he was saying at the shir that Mishachar Beis HaMikdash, the fact that we don't have the lechem upon him anymore, it causes a great tzar to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He doesn't have the lechem upon him. So there was one man sitting in the audience, and the man thought to himself, he says, wow, Hashem really is missing the lechem upon him. So he came up with an idea. He went home, and he told his wife, please, when you make your challah, make extra challahs, and I'll bring the challah to the shul, and this way we'll bring the challahs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so he won't feel so bad that the Beis HaMikdash was charav. So his wife said, okay, if you want to do that, sounds nice. So she prepared the challahs, and this man came to the shul. It was quiet, dark, and he opened the Aron Kodesh, and he davened to Hashem. Hashem, look, I'm bringing you these challahs here in lieu of the lechem upon them. Now I know it's not the lechem upon them, but this is the best that I can do. And I'm trying to give you a little nachas ruach. And by me doing that, I want to give, please, if you can forgive our fathers that caused the korban and the okay. What happened was the shamus came to the shul. He had to mish the Sefer Torah. He opens up the Aron Kodesh, and he sees the challahs there. Oh, wonderful! He doesn't think about it. Well, I have challahs for Shabbos. He puts them in a bag and he takes them home. And this is going on. What? And this is going here. The shamus takes it home, and this is going on every week. He's going on for a long time. He's doing this every week, the same thing. He comes there and he puts the challahs, and he requests from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to give kapara for his fathers and nachas. So, what?
Who takes the shamus?
The shamus was taking the challahs home. Yeah, very simple. Acting pshitas and tmimas. So what happened? One day he came, and the rav of the shul was standing by the bima, and he was preparing his shir, his shmuz that he was going to give. And he happens to see that this man walked in and opens the Aron Kodesh. Now this man was so involved in his avodah, he didn't realize that the rav was even standing there. And he says his little tefillah, and he puts the challahs there. Yeah. And the rav sees what's going on, he's listening to this, and he says, you shaita, what are you doing? You think HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to eat? You know, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has nothing to do with anything of Gashmias. You think HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to take your challahs? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? So he got so embarrassed. He felt so broken. He was so broken that the Rav yelled at him. He said, when I was listening to your shir, I understood that HaKadosh Baruch Hu lost the nachas ruach that he had when he had the lechem upon him. So I was just trying to do what I was supposed to. And then the shamus walks in, and he says, oh, the challahs. So he tells the Rav tells him, you thought that this man was giving you the challahs all this time. So listen to what happens now. So the Arizal sends someone over and he summons the Rav. He summons this Rav to the Arizal. He comes to the Arizal, and the Arizal says to him, you should know that on Shabbos, when you're giving your shir, you should prepare, because you're gonna leave the world before your shir. You're not gonna give that drasha that you were gonna give. The rabbi. He told the rabbi. So he said, why is that? What happened? What happened? So he says that in Shemayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't have such nachas ruach from an act of pshitas like this man was doing by making these challahs and giving these challahs over with such a tmimus and such a pshitas. He was giving such a nachas ruach to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And you caused the tremendous disgrace in Shemayim. You caused the terrible commotion in Shemayim that you uprooted this nachas ruach, and because of that, you're not gonna live. So you see here that even great tzaddikim sometimes can't accomplish what an act of pshitas and tmimus can accomplish by just simple people, just from this ma'aseh. So again, when we were learning before, on Rosh Hashanah, we come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu kedalim ukroshim defaknu adalasecha. I'm coming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu not because I accomplished this and that. I'm coming to you, I'm impoverished, and I'm relying on your chesed chinam. Okay, so I hope this story helps us understand that concept. Does it help? Yeah? Okay. Moshe, do you want to say anything?
No. I just don't understand one thing.
Yeah, please.
So why did the Rav? What was the Rav told what this man was doing? Why he did it?
The Rav saw what he was doing. The Rav saw him putting the chalas in the bima by the Aron Kodesh. And he heard him say his little tefillah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm bringing you these chalas in the with the lechem upon him, and I'm bringing you this, and I want to bring you nachas ruach and this. So the Rav got so upset when he said he was bringing his lechem upon him. What do you think you're doing? Yeah. So he lashed out at him.
So he said his life is going to be shortened by that.
No. The Arizal called him and let him know. By the way, by what you just did, caused you to He blew his So you see that acting in the way of shitas and tmimus to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sometimes the most delicious thing.